The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
Company Udabno, member of Agera Group, will export organically grown almonds to European market. As Naberauli, director of Udabno, noted, the company will export 6 times more harvest this year compared to 2021. In 2021, the harvest of almonds was up to 3 tons, and this year we will get over 1,500 tons of almond. The price segment of 1 kilogram of almond exported from Georgia ranges between 4 and 6 euros, depending on the size and quality of the product. Last year was a test for us. We did laboratory research and we have more than satisfactory results. If all the producers follow the regulations, of course we can be competitive on the global market, notes Naberauli. Georgian companies will take almond harvest in autumn. Honey production company Rukhi is conducting negotiations on export in Korea. As the founder of the company, Tamar Kvaratskhelia, told BMG, the matter concerns to a quite large volume and this will be the biggest export agreement for the company. According to her, the priority for the company is the Asia market because in Europe honey is sold in a lower price. We are conducting negotiations on export in Korea. We are talking about a large volume and I think this will be our biggest export project. Rukhi honey is sold in Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. As for Europe, this market is not priority for us because honey is cheaper there, so we choose Asia, where honey is a more valued product, says the founder of Rukhi. Rukhi Enterprise is located in Salanjiha. The annual production of the company is 8 tons of honey and it produces 4 types of honey: acacia, lime, chestnut, and field flowers. Norwegian citizen Richard Byrug, owner of the hotel USHBA Grand Hotel in the village of Batumi in Svaneti, hosts guests from the USA, Switzerland, Austria, and etc. As he notes, his hotel also offers tours of Svaneti to the guests staying at the hotel. According to him, the village should be promoted in order the locals to have a source of income. That's why Byrug decided to create so-called guidebooks for tourists, as he notes, in cooperation with Greta project funded by European Union, Austria and Sweden. He printed guidebooks from mountain villages.
I learned about this project when COVID had started in the summer of 2020, and I saw that they were launching a project where they were highlighting also something called guidebooks for the mountainous areas of western Georgia. And since I'd made one guidebook and I was hoping to expand it to Russia, then I thought, oh, maybe I should try to apply for funding. So we did, and we got the funding. So actually the funding goes to printing a new book. It's very concrete. It's a not complicated project, but I hope it will have some impact on tourism development, especially for the smaller villages.
With the help of Greta, the project supported by European Union, Austria and Sweden, a total of 120 hiking routes were combined in one book. Austrian ambassador to Georgia, Mr. Thomas Muhlmann, visited several families and small enterprises in Upper Svaneti who benefited from support of European Union, Sweden and Austria. The ambassador notes joint assistance of European Union, Sweden and Austria has brought noticeable results to the local population.
Because what I'm always discovering going through traveling through Georgia is the similarities between Austria and Georgia. Similar challenges, similar opportunities. And I think one of the areas where the two countries can really cooperate very well is in the mountainous regions, in developing mountain tourism, but also in the area of sustainable tourism, sustainable agriculture. And this is in essence the Greta project, which, as you said, is a co-funded project with the European Union, the Austrian Development Corporation in Sweden. And it has basically 2 components. One is the development of organic farming, and the other one is sustainable mountain tourism. But if you look around here, it's a perfect match. Yeah? It's a very remote area, very beautiful and remote area. But so far, a lot of what tourists need is being brought in from Sugdidi. And of course it makes sense that if you want to have a gastronomy for tourists, but also for Georgians, that you have short ways of transport. And that's one of the areas that the Greta project works. a couple of greenhouses that help basically to grow locally and sell it on the local market. It is a benefit for all. It's a benefit for the tourism area industry, but it's also of benefit for the farmers because they can have more value for their work.
Currently, 73 small and medium-sized local enterprises in Upper Svaneti, Rachel-Echkumi and Lower Svaneti and Naberauli regions are receiving assistance from the European Union, Sweden and Austria in the framework of Greta project. Opening of 3 new malls in Batumi will increase the current gross leasable area in shopping malls threefold, TBC Capital notes in a report on Batumi commercial real estate. Currently, 4 modern shopping malls are operating in Batumi: Batumi Mall, Metro City Forum, Black Sea Mall and DES Mall. According to the largest real estate developers, the future supply of shopping malls might be even higher. Considering the opening of new high-end malls and positive economic outlook in the region, we expect weighted average rent in Batumi shopping mall to increase by 19% in 2023 and additional 26% in 2024-2025, the report reads. Naberauli wine from Racha and Lechkumi will be sold in France. The company initially sent several hundred bottles to France, while next order will be fulfilled in the near future. As Sofoko Baidze, head of export sales of Naberauli, told BMG, their wines will be exported in the south of France, namely in Languedoc region, which allows the company to send wine to any country of European Union in the shortest possible time. The French have high standards toward foreign imported wine, and we are glad that their interest in our wine is growing constantly. The pitchers method played a special role in this. In addition to France, our wine is sold in 7 export markets, including Great Britain, Finland, Ukraine, Latvia, Czech Republic and Poland. As for the volume, we send the largest volume of wine to the USA, notes Sofoko Baidze. The representative of Naberauli also talks about the future plans of the company in the direction of exports. According to her, the company is also working on entering the Asia market. Fitch rating has affirmed TBC Leasing at BB- with stable outlook. TBC Leasing operates solely in Georgia, its domestic market, and is the market leader in leasing. The company mainly provides financial leasing to corporate clients of TBC Bank as well as to small and medium-sized enterprises, micro-businesses and individuals. Chocolate confectionery market in Eastern Europe in 2016-2021 grew by 10.5% in retail volume terms. One person in Eastern Europe in 2021 ate 4.3 kilograms of chocolate confectionery, reached the recent data of Euromonitor International published on July 7, World Chocolate Day. Estonia, Bulgaria and Poland are top 3 countries in Eastern Europe with the highest per capita consumption of chocolate confectionery. Contrary to them, Romania, Bosnia and Herzegovina and North Macedonia are top 3 countries in Eastern Europe with the lowest per capita consumption of chocolate confectionery. As for Georgia, the data here stands at 4.1 kilogram, quite close to Eastern Europe's average 4.3 kilograms. Similar to other countries, per capita chocolate confectionery consumption has been growing in Georgia from year to year. If in 2016 per capita consumption was 3.8 kilogram, in 2017 grew to 3.9 kilogram to 4 kilogram in 2018 and to 4.1 kilogram in 2019. The year 2020 and 2021 stood at 4.1 kilogram, which is related to global pandemic. The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development will hold a webinar on trade, finance and factoring facilitation of Ukraine trade during wartime. The webinar will be hosted on Zoom on July 14, which will be attended by TFP and Ukrainian Alliance for Trade, Finance and Factoring. The webinar will focus on trade, finance and factoring markets in Ukraine during the war, how the regulator supports the trade in war times and what tools are available to continue trade in the current situation in Ukraine, and have a professional discussion about possibilities, challenges and restrictions in the market. The webinar will target local banks as well as international commercial banks to show that the Ukraine trade finance market is operating and is in need of support.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.